Welcome to the Battle Zone. This is AWL Strong and Free, Episode 8 from the GTA. And tonight, it's a one-match show, but one hell of a match. I've been promising for weeks that we were going to sort out the tag team division here in the Animated Wrestling League, as far as the rankings go, as far as the best four go, as far as who the top contenders are. Well, we're going to be doing that here on Strong and Free tonight. The entire tag division, every registered tag team will be in action this hour of power. And at the end, we're going to know the top contenders from AWL Strong and Free.
The following contest is scheduled for 6 falls because it is a tag team gauntlet match. Introducing first, making their way to the ring, accompanied by Dr. Jigoku. Fighting out of the laboratory, the modern-day Frankenstein, Project Z, Jigoku Destroy. Together they are the Augments.
That is right, ladies and gentlemen. Gauntlet action. Two teams will start, and every fall, another team is going to come out, and by the time we've run through the entire tag team division, every registered tag team, we will have our top contenders. And apparently a challenge being issued here for the Canadian National Championship as well. We know the Augments have been feuding with Solar Wings, who I don't believe are their first opponents tonight. We will wait to hear from The Rock on whether or not he's going to accept that challenge.
And their opponents, making their way to the ring with the unified Smooth Tiger style, the tag team combination of Sheen Tiger Jr., Black Tiger Justice, accompanied by Spring Tiger. Together they are the Tiger Brothers.
Both of these teams not exactly drawing the short straw, but earning the short straw. Seeding in this gauntlet match was determined by win-loss record this season. The Augments are 0-2, the Tiger Brothers 1-2. So the Augments with a -2 win-loss record, the Tiger Brothers with a -1. And that gives them the unfortunate situation of being the two lowest ranked teams, which means they have got to basically climb Mount Everest if they want to get into the AWL Best Four. Now there are 2 slots on the line here. We'll get into that as we go, but we're going to start off Project Z versus BTJ. Black Tiger Justice hits the Hurricane Rana strong out of the gate. Now, I don't know if that's a good strategy here, because this is a marathon. This is the very definition of a marathon in professional wrestling. This could easily turn into an Iron Man match. I mean, think about it. If one of these 2 teams wins this fall, they're going to have to beat 5 other teams, 10 other wrestlers, 5 other matches in order to get into the Best Four. Now, as I said, there are 2 slots available. The winner of the gauntlet get into the Best Four automatically. However, the team with the highest win-loss ratio by the end of the night, if it's not the winners, they also get, other than the winners, I should say, also get into the Best Four. So there are 2 slots available. So every win counts. Even if you don't win the last match, you could build up enough points, you could build up enough victories to get yourself in to the Best Four, even without winning the gauntlet. So all the opportunity in the world, nothing between you and me except air and opportunity. As the tag has been made to Sheen Tiger Jr., and another tag made, and in comes Jigoku Destroy, the former AWL Grand Champion, the original, the first ever Canadian National Champion. Lost that title to The Rock, who he beat in the tournament finals to win the belt in the first place. And wait a minute, that was another tag. Very quick tags in and out here by the forces of Jigoku, by the Augments. Dr. Jigoku, you see there in the background of your screen, the mad scientist of professional wrestling. He is, well, frankly, he's just an asshole. He thinks that his mixtures of man and machine are superior to mere biological wrestlers. And he thinks this this gauntlet, is a good way to prove that. And frankly, if the Augments could beat every other team in the division, which they would have to do here, then yeah, I think that would actually be a strong argument. Now, of course, Dr. Jigoku himself not going to get physically involved here because, one, he's a coward, and two, because he's not going to want to get his team disqualified. In this gauntlet, we do so many tournaments, I keep thinking this is a tournament. In this gauntlet, you can win by pinfall, submission, disqualification, countout, or referee stoppage. So Dr. Jigoku could cost his team their superiority very, very easily, but don't let you think that's going to stop him from cheating if he can get away with it. And there's the Tiger's Jaw clamping down on the throat of the modern-day Frankenstein, Project Z, a man who was, if you believe the rumors, clinically dead before Dr. Jigoku revived him as this creature, this zombie. Now the tag into Jigoku Destroy, the man formerly known as Hakaisha, the Japanese destroyer. One of the greatest champions, oh, wait, no! He landed on his feet! Shin Tiger Jr. landing on his feet off of the German suplex attempt and transitioning into a neckbreaker. Incredible athleticism, again, early in the gauntlet by Shin Tiger Jr. Very, very good. Shin Tiger Jr., Black Tiger Justice, representing the unified school of the Tiger style for generations. The Golden Tiger and the Black Tiger have been bitter rivals and enemies. In some promotions, they still are. But Tiger Mask 2 of the Animated Wrestling League and Taiga Sadaku of Global Wrestling Monopoly came together. They decided this is ridiculous. If the Tigers are going to survive to the next generation, we're going to have to work together. And they became not only the unified school of the Tiger style, but Tiger Mask W, the AWL World's Tag Team Champions, and now record-setting World's Tag Team Champions with most title defenses in a single reign. And Black Tiger Buster by Black Tiger Justice, the young man looking to bring glory and honor to the name Black Tiger, to make it a name associated with the Technico, the babyface, the blue-eyed side of the roster. But Jigoku Destroy not going down that easy.
5 minutes have elapsed, 10 remain.
I should point out, in the event of a time limit draw, both teams would be eliminated from the gauntlet, but neither would receive a loss on their win-loss records. And of course, individual win-loss records at stake here as well. Black Tiger Justice makes the tag to Shin Tiger Jr. Tiger Mask Double, on becoming a unified school, they decided if we're going to be an actual wrestling school, if we're going to be an actual dojo, we need to take on students. We need to take on the next generation, and that's what you're looking at right here, the Tiger Brothers. They've never been rivals, they've always been allies. And now the Tiger's Jaw clamped down on the throat, and that's it!
Winners of the first fall, the Tiger Brothers.
Now the Tiger Brothers will have very minimal opportunity to rest here. We are going to take a look at some of that action. Beautiful athleticism by Shin Tiger Jr., and it was the Tiger's Jaw that did it. We are back actually live now. And it's going to be the Solar Wings coming in this 1-1 this season. Ratio of 0.
Introducing next, making their way to ring, the tag team combination of Samar and the reigning Animated Wrestling League Canadian National Champion, The Rock. Together they are Solar Wings.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, I think we have a match set for Champions Week, presumably AWL mid-season special, our Champions Week, where all titles must be defended. Earlier, we saw Dr. Jigoku lay down the challenge, and it looks like The Rock has just accepted. It's going to be The Rock versus Project Z, the modern-day Frankenstein, for the Canadian National Championship in The Rock's first title defense. But right now, all about the tag team. Collar and elbow tie-up. A bit more of a technical aspect here. This isn't going to be trying to chop down a Sequoia like it was with the Augments. And that's the wonderful thing about these tag team gauntlets, is you see these different style mashups, and you see wrestlers have to adapt as new teams come out. Yeah, because the technique for fighting Jigoku Destroy or Project Z, very different from fighting Eruption Solar. Now, Eruption Solar, we call him Raiga no Deshi, the student, the disciple of Liger, Jushin Thunder Liger, and that's because for about the last year of Liger's active career, before he retired, he was actually spending some of his time here in the Animated Wrestling League back over in Japan, where he was mentoring this young luchador. And a Hurricane Rana from Black Tiger Justice, maybe trying to outfly the luchador, and a standing moonsault. He may have just done it. That's incredible. Facebuster by the challenger. Well, challenger to the King of the Mountain, I suppose you could say. And I think we have a phantom tag here. What are we trying for? We're going for the Hurricane Rana, and kaboom! Right into the forces of gravity. Botchamania. But Black Tiger Justice kips right back up with the Hurricane Rana, taking down his opponent, and Eruption Solar. I think the Solar Wings need to make an actual tag here as fast as they can, because I think these two are fairly evenly matched. And you cannot play a war of attrition. You cannot play Code Red here for the 1, 2, no, Code Red and Black. You cannot play a war of attrition when it comes to a gauntlet match. Dragon suplex, not going for the traditional Black Tiger suplex. And there's another Hurricane Rana. This is turning into a Rana off. But yes, I know a Rana technically has to end with a pin. Don't at me. Well, you can at me all you like. I don't actually have Twitter. Back elbow by Eruption Solar into the Tiger's corner and over the top. But a good recovery by Black Tiger Justice. Back into the ring before the referee can even start the count. Crucifix does not or cannot hold him for a pin. The Solar Wings, singles gold and glory for The Rock, but Eruption Solar looking to get back into the tag team title hunt as well. Both returning to the ring, and interestingly enough, Black Tiger Justice letting him get back into the ring. That shows that they want to win this honorably. They don't want this to turn into a brawl on the outside. And the inescapable Black Tiger Salt for the 1, 2. Kick out by Eruption Solar, the solar flare of Lucha Libre. That's one of the things I love about the Animated Wrestling League. All styles of professional wrestling are welcome here. If you want to be if you're a technical expert. Oh, what the heck was that? Think a flying knee to a man sitting on the top turnbuckle, and around the world we go, Tornillo. But Black Tiger Justice somehow coming up on top of that, despite having his bell rung by the flying knee of Eruption Solar. And now BTJ looking for that running drop kick on the outside. And boom! Boot to temple. The mask will provide minimal protection. So in this case, that's not an unfair advantage because they're both wearing masks. Another 2 count, a save by the Canadian National Champion. And Black Tiger Buster on the illegal fighter. But that does take him out of the picture. The referee's not going to count a 5 count on that situation, not when he has a more important count to make, but only a 2. The referee slightly out of position there. That could have been 3. Figure 4 head scissors attempted, but not successful by Black Tiger Justice here. Now, of course, the singles titles are still important. If either of the Tigers can pin The Rock in this match, I think this might be why The Rock hasn't been legal for much of this match. Double spin kicks into the human weapon. If either Tiger can pin The Rock, as I was saying, if either Tiger can pin The Rock, they would earn themselves a future Canadian National Championship match, possibly getting the winner of The Rock and Project Z at Champions Week. We already know one of the Augments will be challenging for a title at that mid-season event, and that is going to be Project Tetsu 3.0 challenging Matt Classic Senior for the AWL Grand Championship. That'll be the main event. Brought to you by AWL Strong and Free, and a modified Liger Bomb. I just don't think he had the leverage there to do it properly. I'm sure Liga Sensei would have a serious issue with that. And now The Rock calling for the tag, but Eruption Solar in no position to respond. Monkey flip, maybe a bad decision, allowing Eruption Solar to get that close to his own corner. And shove away, but no! Oh, he should have tagged. The Solar Flare of Lucha Libre should have made the tag there. You see The Rock clapping, saying, hey, tag me, get me in here. Oh, DDT! Maybe Eruption Solar thinking I can handle this on my own. And if he can hit the Supernova in this position, I think he's got it. Isatsuwaza Supernova! I think it's going to be 1-0 for the Tigers. 1, 2, no! And Eruption Solar not happy about that. But the facts are that Shun Tiger Jr. just kicked out of the Supernova from Eruption Solar. And what is he thinking now? He's thinking, okay, he's going to try and build it. Going to try to build the Romero special. The submission passed down to him by his sensei, Jushin Thunder Liger. We've seen him win matches with this. But not tonight. At least not at this juncture. And now I think Solar may have finally figured out he needs to make the tag here. And wait a minute, Supernova again! Hey, you hit it, you may as well go for the cover. 1, and this time, Black Tiger Justice has to make the save. The Rock not able to get in time on the defense. Yeah, Sheen Tiger Jr., now both of these men need to make a tag to their partners, and I think Solar in the first position to do it. Is he going to? Yes, he is! Tag made, in comes The Rock. THE-ROC from the Tales of Sinbad, the, quote, feathered freak, that, as stated by Dr. Jigoku earlier tonight, who will face, we now know, Project Z, the modern-day Frankenstein, at Champions Week. We confirmed there will be yes, it will, okay. That will be happening at Champions Week. That will be the defense of the Canadian national title. And going behind us, we've got, boom! Tiger Suplex. Not even going to try and hold him for a pin there, with The Rock being this fresh. I believe this first time actually being legal in the contest. 1, 2. Oh, and a deeper 2 count than I thought. Maybe hitting on the back of the head on that Tiger Suplex. Ducking to the clothesline, and a super kick by Sheen Tiger Jr. The new Tiger, the true Tiger, Sheen Tiger Jr. into the side Russian leg sweep by The Rock. He's got to be thinking of ROC-BOTTOM or something similar. No, he's making another tag. This could be a strategic error. But the Solar Wings take flight. And there's the cover. 1, 2, and again, Black Tiger Justice saving the day. And another cover immediately. Black Tiger Justice doesn't realize it. 1, 2. Sheen Tiger Jr. and yeah, BTJ only now just realizing what happened. And Sheen Tiger Jr. dives and makes the tag. Black Tiger Justice in legally now. Goes for the clothesline, doesn't get it, gets caught mid-air. A cravat takeover there. And knee to the midsection, kick. Gunter trying to go around the world. Yes, he is. Code Red. Homage to the Amazing Red.
10 minutes have elapsed. 5 remain.
And once again trying to build a Romero special, this time on BTJ. Has he been weakened enough for this to work? Not quite yet. If you can actually lock that in properly, it's a deadly submission maneuver. But Supernova! The Romero special feeding straight into the Supernova. 1, 2, broken up by Sheen Tiger Jr. The Solar Wings would have won this if The Rock had been better on defense. That could be a weakness in his game. Maybe he's thinking ahead to Project Z, the Augments, and Champions Week. But if so, that's a massive mistake. Eruption Solar. No, should have made the tag there. So many small, unforced errors by the Solar Wings here. And that, wait, he's in the ropes. He's all in the ropes. Referee not going to acknowledge that count. BTJ all in the ropes. That shows desperation on the part of Eruption Solar, in my opinion. As we're coming down to the end of the time limit, everybody should be desperate now. Event of a time limit draw, both teams eliminated. One more attempt at a tag Kolgeki, and we've got it. They're going to go for their tag. Yes, their tag team Hisatsuwaza, their tag team finishing maneuver. They call it Tigers Generation. The Tigers Generation for the 1, 2, 3.
Winners of the second fall, the Tiger Brothers.
And the Tiger Brothers now guaranteed to come out positive on the night. Even if they lose a match, they're still going to be +1 in the win-loss ratings. Coming up now, we've got Monster Union, 2 wins, 2 losses, ratio of 0. This season, of course, win-loss records in the tag team division do reset every season here in the AWL.
Introducing next, making their way to the ring from the realm of the Yokai, accompanied by the Manipulator, a tag team combination of the 17th Sensation, Sky, and King Akira. Together they are Monster Union!
The AWL Strong and Free Tag Team Gauntlet continues with a couple of monsters. That's right, Monster Union are stable of beasts and demons and creatures from other realms, brought together by the Manipulator. It's also been announced that at AWL Champions Week, the female side of the Monster Union, Wild Thing and Neko Musume, will challenge Spring Tiger and Usa-chan for the AWL Joshi Tag Team Championship of the World. Spring Tiger, of course, currently still in the corner of our increasingly dominant Tiger Tag Team, our Kings of the Mountain at the moment. Notice that Hibitsukai currently ruling over the corner where they will be standing, the Tigers, during this match, the King of the Mountain position. And no, we're not talking about a reverse ladder match, which is in fact much simpler than people have been complaining about for 15 years or whatever. That's right, stick to the plan. It seems to be that Black Tiger Justice is going to be starting off these matches. And immediately a neck breaker by the Serpentine Sensation, Hibitsukai. Collar and elbow tie up back into the corner. Referee checking for a blind tag, not going to get it, but the referee is going to call for the break in the corner, the clean break. And he's going to get it this time. Fireman's Carry takeover by BTJ. The Tigers not coming full force out of the gate this time, having just gone through pretty close to a time limit draw with the Solar Wings. The Tigers now, they're gonna have to dial it back a bit. They're gonna have to conserve their energy. They're gonna have to be smart about how they wrestle, because every single team after this is gonna be fresh, and they're just gonna get more and more tired if they continue here. Tag made to the big man, King Akira from the Sands of Time. Oh, sit-out power slam. Not a Falcon's Arrow, because I think that has to start from a suplex position. And oh, no, I thought I was going to go for another collar and elbow, but not. It goes into the DDT. Oh! Egyptian arm drag by King Akira. This particular team of Monster Union, King Akira and Hibitsukai, former AWL World Tag Team Champions. In fact, looking at this, I think, yes, everybody left in the Gauntlet are former World's Tag Team Champions. The longest tenured belt, or set of belts, I should say, in the promotion, predating the creation of the Grand Championship, or the unification of the heavyweight and light heavyweight titles, to create the Grand Championship by a number of years. The tag is made, and in comes Sheen Tiger Jr. with a spin kick right to the stuffing. Going for the round. Yep, code red. Sheen Tiger Jr. not being particularly creative here. He's going for some of the old standbys, and I don't blame him for that. Stick with what works, especially in a marathon match like this. And we saw the reference earlier to sticking to the game plan. I think the plan is BTJ starts off strong. Sheen Tiger Jr. comes in, wears the opponent down, and then BTJ finishes him off with something powerful. Either the tag Kogeki, the inescapable moonsault, or the Black Tiger Buster. Sheen Tiger Jr. calling to the crowd here, trying to get himself psyched up, I guess. He beats guy in and out of the ring, little cat and mouse, doesn't fool the big cat, who goes over the top rope, avoiding whatever counterattack was going to be there. The tag, however, made to King Akira, and we're back to the little and large, dynamic, and a beautiful helicopter DDT. And the manipulator getting involved, distracting Sheen Tiger Jr., and that could, but yeah, way too close to the ropes to try that small package driver. 11 minutes, 42 seconds on the clock. Remember the time limit draw possibility? I'd hate to see the Tigers have had an incredible run here so far. I'd hate to see it end in a screwy finish, but now we see that steel chair in the ring. And of course we have to use a black canvas and black steel chairs, because that makes sense. Irish whip into the corner. Oh! And the Osirian splash not connecting. And sorry, I'm just watching this right now, folks. I'm just a fan at the moment. 11 minutes, and we're looking maybe at the Pyramid Bomb or the touch of Anubis. No, not going to get whatever you were going for. Not going to get it. Beautiful drop toe hold by Sheen Tiger Jr. into the corner with a back elbow. Avoiding the tag Kogeki, and this is now a question of who's going to get to hit their tag team attack, their tag Kogeki first. And I think that's the team that's going to win this match. Again, over the top, down, back. Wait a minute, look at this. New generation Tiger Feint kick. Sheen Tiger Jr. showing why they are the new generation of the Tiger Dynasty. The Tiger Feint kick, you may associate it with Rey Mysterio. It originated with Tiger Mask. And there's that Tiger Suplex hold. 1, 2, as Hibitsuka comes in to break the bridge. The bridge comes tumbling down, breaking the pin cover. Assist with the ropes on the kick, and going up, diving, oh, down! Hurricane Rana, I thought he was going to go over, he went under. Remember what I said about Sheen Tiger Jr. not being creative this deep into the gauntlet? Forget about it, I was wrong. 9:45. And now this is just a brawl on the outside. Remember, you cannot win the match on the outside of the ring. You got to get back within those 20 by 20 foot ropes. And right hand, the manipulator very close to the action. She's got to stay out of it. The steel chair on the floor on the outside. The referee tossed that on the outside earlier after the manipulator introduced it to the match. And look at that, just going for the collar and elbow, but cannot get any kind of leverage. Oh, wait a minute, blocks the reverse elbow, and there's the spinning elbow, and there's a reverse elbow of Sheen Tiger Jr. I can barely follow this. I'm seeing the exact same camera shot you are here at the commentation station, socially distanced, which means we didn't really want to put a table out at ringside because that means not enough room to sell enough seats, which I'm fine with. All right, 8 minutes, 45 seconds approximately. Irish whip into the corner. Tag Kogeki opportunity. We're going to get it? No, we're not. That is something that King Akira is so good at, and that is countering these in-the-corner tag opportunities. Slithering through with a big boot of Hibitsuka. As I was trying to say, King Akira deceptively quick, and a cross-body block. That's these practitioners of the snake style. They have incredible body control, but don't count out the Tiger. New generation Tiger Feint kick. Sheen Tiger Jr. in control. May not even have to tag in his partner to finish this, but you can see him starting to look like he's running out of energy here, and that's going to be the problem as you get deeper and deeper into this gauntlet match. The Tigers have already been wrestling for about 25 minutes, whereas Monster Union, less than 10, closer to 8. So that's a significant factor. Any kind of combat sport, the longer it goes, the more difficult it is. There's a reason MMA only has at most 5-minute rounds. Oh boy. Irish whip, no tag there. Oh, back elbow to block it, and Lariato! Over the top rope, down to the floor. This ain't a Royal Rumble. But that does break the momentum, that breaks the continuity of movement that is so important to a wrestler like Hibitsukai, so vital to the snake style. Vertical suplex. 7 minutes on the clock. I would hate to see this run of the Tigers end in a time limit draw, but that's not impossible. And another lariat just clearing the snakes out of Ireland here. I don't think Black Tiger Justice is Irish in any way. Uh-oh. Look behind you. They never listen. King Akira with an admittedly illegal strike there, pair of strikes, saving his partner, saving Hibitsukai from a whole lot of trouble. Right hand to the stomach, orthodox fighter is Black Tiger Justice. And now he's going for that inescapable Black Tiger Salt. One of his personal signatures. You can't escape. Into the cover. 1, 2, 3.
Winners of the third fall, the Tiger Brothers.
As Shin Tiger Jr. barely gets back to the apron, let's take a look at that again. Black Tiger Salt. He gets a view and he sees mid-air to know whether or not he's going to have to do the second flip. That's how he manages that. Uh-oh. No rest for the weary. In comes a man with everything in the world to prove. The former AWL Grand Champion.
Next, making their way from the international community. Introducing first, fighting out of Calgary, Alberta, Canada. He is the most Canadian man in the world. Kid Canada!
Yes, he is a former AWL Grand Champion who lost his title in his first match in his home country. And his best friend, the Grand Slam champion.
His partner, making his way from New York City, New York. He is the winner of the 2022 Oshogatsu Taikai, the ever American Dream and Grand Slam champion, Hassan!
You see,
Together they are Seikaigun T49P.
the World Army Seikaigun T49P team, 49th parallel, the border between the United States and Canada. And see, you can have somebody carry a belt as a tournament trophy without it being obnoxious. And we're sticking with the strategy, BTJ to start and probably to finish. Ooh, swing and miss with a drop kick. That's the fatigue factor. Duck under the clothesline, however, as Kid Canada overcommits himself. Collar and elbow tie up into the corner. Trying to still get our true Tachiai, our first attack. And the referee calling for the break. Reluctant, but clean. Oh, and right back into it with a clothesline. But the boot caught in the corner. No damage to Kid Canada on that exchange. And sweeping the leg. If a man can't stand, he can't fight. Canadian whip back into the corner. We're going to see a tag. No, we're not. These two are incredibly good when it comes to tag kogeki. Their border cross is one of the most dangerous, most effective tag moves I've ever seen. Double Irish whip, double hip toss, stereophonic kicks from the light and dark side of the force, of the Tiger Force. The Golden School and the Black School united properly in this new generation of Tigers. The tag is made. In comes Hassan, the Arab American Dream Grand Slam champion. He has held the currently holds the New Year's tournament title. He has been a grand champion. He was the first Intercontinental champion, and he has been a multi-time tag team champion with many different partners, including Kid Canada. T49P were in fact the 21st World Tag Team Champions. To give you a sense of scale, the current champions, Tiger Mask Dobru, are the Elder Tigers, are in fact the 36th World Tag Team Champions of the Animated Wrestling League. Just to show you how tenured and how competitive that division is, this division is that we're in tonight. One match tonight dedicated to finding the top challengers from AWL Strong and Free, a guaranteed place in the best four. We already have #1 contenders. Those are going to be Wyvern and the Great Tanuki that will be challenging for the belts at the Champions Week event. So we are looking forward to that. Good argument, especially if yeah, I'm not even putting it out into the world at this point. Whoever wins this gauntlet match could very well get the next shot at either Wyvern and Tanuki or the Tigers. And I know that the Tiger brothers, they want to beat their senseis for the World's Tag Team titles. They came so close at the end of last season when they made the challenge, and it was one counter. It was a counter of a Hurricane Rana into a pinning combination by Tiger the Dark that saved the titles for the Tigers, for the Elder Tigers, for the senseis, the mentors, the teachers. But the students, they were defeated, but they want to come back. They want to do this again. And they've had to earn every single opportunity. Boom! Tag Team Isatsuwaza Tigers Generation! I love saying that word. And diving into the cover, but a very quick and easy breakup by Kid Canada. He gets an elbow strike to the face for it. Oh! And a short arm knee to the breadbasket. Referee going to make sure those are legal blows above the belt, but I wouldn't expect that from Black Tiger Justice. He may be a Black Tiger, but he's no cheater. Black Tiger Justice taking a moment to think. That could be a strategic error. Stomp on the, looks like a tricep. I mean, for the tricep, if you could take away the right arm of Hassan, you would take away the paradigm shift, and I think that's also the side he uses for the elbow, for the bionic elbow. So maybe about to see. No, we are not. There's a bionic elbow for you. And I think, yeah, it looks like blood spilled on the face of Hassan. BTJ going with that Hurricane Rana again, now to Kid Canada. This basically just became a 2-on-1 match. Yeah, Hassan is down on the outside. Hassan is bleeding, ladies and gentlemen. I've got that confirmed from the medical team. Yeah, we have bloodshed in the AWL battle zone. And Hisatsuwaza Black Tiger Buster! Black Tiger Buster. Taking a moment to drag him away from the ropes, necessary, but that could be the very second between victory and defeat.
5 minutes have elapsed, 10 remain.
We're at about half an hour at least here for the Tigers. Yeah, Hassan back to his feet, returning to his position at the ringside area within the tag zone. And, oh, cross body block by Kid Canada, who's not really known as a high flyer, but he can when he has to. He can leave his feet when he absolutely must, miss with the super kick, swinging neck breaker. Followed up by an elbow drop. Those very Canadian elbow pads will provide some protection for Kid Canada, but not the BTJ. Stomp away at the arm now. I don't know what Kid Canada is aiming for here. I think he's just trying to do damage. Kid Canada lately has really let his heart get ahead of his head, if you know what I mean. Ruled by his emotion, ruled by shame at losing on Canadian soil, his home on native land. And Canadian Destroyer! The Canadian Destroyer, that could end the run. Oh wait, is he going? No, he's not. He's going for the figure 4. I thought he was going to go for the sharpshooter. But it turns out a Canadian can learn a second submission move. Who knew? mean, have you ever known a Canadian to use a submission move other than the sharpshooter? I haven't. And if you say you have, you know what? If you know a Canadian who uses a submission move other than the sharpshooter, drop it down in the comments. Let me know, because I genuinely can't think of one. One now, elbow strike to the kneecap. Rolling on the outside, of course. Countouts are a valid method of victory here. Referee trying to get them back in. Spring Tiger staying out of the way. Spring Tiger, one half of the Joshi Tag Team Champions, will be defending her titles against Monster Union's Wild Thing and Neko Musume at Champions Week. All titles on the line. It's going to be 2 shows, one for Strong and Free, one for Hontai. And since most of our champions are inter-brand or traveling floating champions, the match will be determined by who the challenger is. Basically, if the challenger is from AWL Hontai, it will take place on that show. If the challengers are from AWL Strong and Free, it'll take place right here in the battle zone. Couple of right hands by Kid Canada. We're up to 13, and Kid Canada thinking that might be unlucky, so he gets back in the ring and allows BTJ to do so as well, but turns his back on his opponent. Stupid mistake, and that could be the only mistake the Tigers need. Tag made. Satsuwaza go over. Yes, we are. Got him down. Up. Tigers. Boom. Tigers Generation. The double underhook, the classic move of the Tiger Dynasty, but only 2.874. And Shin Tiger Jr. wisely not giving up any motion. He's going straight after this. Not getting angry at the close 2 count. He is instead doing his job. Back into the corner. And oh, we've seen him do this. Ein no choppu. The eternal chops, the chops forever. Chopping, it's like one of the first things you learn in wrestling school. You learn how to take a bump, you learn how to throw a clothesline, and you learn how to chop a guy. Oh! And a big old neck breaker by Shin Tiger Jr. looking to become, quite frankly, Tiger Mask 3 here in the Animated Wrestling League. And if they beat their one more time, he kicked out at 2.874 or whatever I said the first time, but another Tigers Generation. Is he getting out again? 1, 2. No, yes! Okay, I genuinely thought that was going to be 3. I, honest to God, thought that was going to be 3. Whip back into the corner. Tag is made. Are we going to try it again? Yes, we are. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. You kicked out of 1. You kicked out of 2. You're not kicking out of 3. I'm sorry. And Hassan, wobbly, lost a lot of blood. 1, 2, 3. 3.
The 4th fall, the Tiger Brothers.
3 Tigers Generation. Well, it's good to see them keeping good humor.
Introducing next, making his way to the ring from the independent circuit, the innovator of professional wrestling, Matt Classic 2. And running out of the smoke-filled arenas of yesteryear, he is the reigning Animated Wrestling League Grand Champion, the inventor of professional wrestling, Matt Classic Senior. Together they are House Classic.
Well, you saw his reasoning for not bringing out the belts earlier. And Matt Classic, the AWL World's Heavyweight Champion, the Grand Champion we call it here in the AWL. And he is going to be defending that title against Project Tetsu 3.0 of the Augments at Champions Week. And you can cut the music now. Cut the music now, thank you. And here we go. Black Tiger Justice, Sling Blade starting us off against the champion of the world. And remember, you know, to face the man, you got to beat the man. To be the man, you got to beat the man. Okay, I'm getting that mixed up. But if either Tiger can pin Matt Classic Sr., the father, the guy who's too cool for knee pads, or too old school for knee pads and elbow pads or anything like that, if they can pin Matt Classic Sr., that jumps them straight into the AWL Best Four. Oh, wait a minute. My God, it's going to be a pile driver. That is an absolute match ender. But he's following it up with the classic claw trapezius style. If you can pin Matt Classic Sr., especially if he defends against Project Tetsu, that would put one of these young Tigers straight into the world title picture. And right now into the Boston Crab. Not the first person to ever use a Boston Crab in wrestling, but the first to use it in professional wrestling is Matt Classic Sr. Drop down into a headlock. Maybe a strategic error here, trying to out-wrestle the inventor of professional wrestling, the oldest professional wrestler active in the world today. And look at him, he's in tremendous shape. Though if you've never seen him without his mask, I actually have. His age really does show in his face. There's a reason he wears that, sort of a Mr. Wrestling 2 thing. And going around for the aeroplane spin. Again, old school. Nobody does this stuff anymore. The airplane spin, both directions. Matt Classic able to do that, maintain his balance, maintain his equilibrium. Barely. But drops into the cover. 1, 2. Remember, this is now the 5th match for the Young Tigers. If they could do this. There's only 6 matches in this gauntlet. And what do we have here? Uh-oh. Matt Classic Sr. Boom! Transcontinental drop kick. Going into the cover. 1, 2. No, broken up by Shin Tiger Jr. And Shin Tiger Jr. escapes the retribution. Matt Classic Sr. might be in a little bit of trouble. European uppercut, strike with the forearm. Crucifix. Can't hold him down for the cover. And here we go. Oh! Going on 40 minutes now. This might be the longest match in AWL history, I'm not going to lie. Because every time we've done gauntlet matches in the past, tag gauntlets, there's usually been some kind of a double count-out or a draw that's always shortened it. But a 360 Death Valley driver by Black Tiger Justice, digging deep into his arsenal. I don't remember the last time I saw him do that. This is his usual move out of the corner. The inescapable. Notice how he keeps his eye on his opponent as much as he can in that position. Praise to the Tiger Gods. And he's not going to try to pin Matt Classic off of that, and I don't blame him. Irish whip into the corner. Knew it wasn't going to work. Collar and elbow, and Matt Classic gets himself out of a tricky situation. Matt Classic Sr., also a Grand Champion here in the AWL. He is the Grand Slam Champion. He is the Grand Champion. Held the tag team titles with his son, a former Intercontinental Champion and New Year's Tournament winner as well. And, arm wringer. Whip into the corner, and here's the tag. Are we going to go for the double? No, we're not going to go. Headlock takeover, stereophonic kicks. A little pack mentality. If you remember the Spirit Pack, that old team. Irish whip into the corner. What do we have here? No! Yeah, you don't want to try to do AN no choppe for Matt Classic Sr. He would not appreciate that. And down. Reversal Tiger Soup. No! He saw it coming. He's wrestled generations of Tiger masks. Matt Classic Sr. knows what a Tiger suplex is. He didn't invent that one, by the way. And wait a minute, are we going to see it? Yes, we are. Father and son united together. The intergenerational thrust kick. Intergenerational thrust kicks as the torch is passed to Matt Classic 2, son of the original. Into the cover. 1, 2, and a kick out. The knee drop. And Matt Classic 2, he's no teenager. He's well into adulthood here. Oof! Here we go. Matt Classic 2 going up. Down. A struggle against that double leg takedown, but not enough. Whip back into the corner. Tiger's Generation. We're going to see Tiger's Generation one more time. Not this time, but we're going to see the... Whoa! Double helicopter head scissors. And in case you thought BTJ was the only one who could pull off a head scissor. And, oh, no, I don't think so. Backdrop attempted. The cat landing on his paws. Always landing on his feet. Sheen Tiger Jr. in control here. Kick to the midsection. Grabbing the wrist. Long way to go for this, I think. Yep, long way to go for an arm drag, but it works. Controlling your opponent, putting him in the ring in the position that you want him to be in, that is vital in tag team wrestling. Control the ring. It doesn't just mean cut things off at the hypotenuse. It means control where your opponent is at all times. And we see the intergenerational change, the airplane spin, but of course, a bit of a modern twist on it with the cutter. So many guys using a cutter these days. Into the cover. 1, 2, no, not even a 2 count. They've been wrestling for damn near an hour, and the Tigers are still kicking out at 1. Hey, youth is wasted on the young. Collar and elbow. Push back. And Hurricane Rana into the... Uh-oh. Classic Tiger feint kick coming up. Boom. Is he going to drop it? Yes, he is. Shades of Tiger the Dark. With the darkness falls, 1, 2. I think, let's see, what do we call that for the Golden School? The Golden Glide. Because he just glides through the air with the greatest of ease. Tiger feint kick into the Golden Glide, showing the cross branch, the cross style education that these two have received. Neither of them graduates of the AWL dojo, both graduates of the unified School of the Tiger style. The Golden Tiger, Tiger Mask, the Black Tiger, as well, unified once and for all in this new generation. And down we go, boom! Kick to the head. And Sheen Tiger Jr. sent staggering back into the corner. Jockeying for position here, kick to the midsection. And off of the ropes. Oh! Hits a drop kick. And I don't know how he had the room to do that. MC2 in and out. Classic AWL game of cat and mouse by a member of House Classic. Into the corner. The tag will be made. Yes, it is. Are we going? Yep. Switching the roles a little bit, but Hisatsuwaza. Tigers! Generation! Sorry, sometimes I have to work up to that. Into the cover. This could be their 5th win of the night, too. I got to put it out there. They could run the table. The Tigers could run the table. They've already got 4 wins in one evening. That's going to jump their tag. I mean, they're pretty much mathematically guaranteed to be in the best 4 from being the tag team with the most points. At the end of this, the best win-loss ratio, Shining Wizardo! That Japanese move. Irish whip into the neutral corner, into the Canadian corner, the very Canadian corner. Is he going to go for the Black Tiger Salt? Yes, he is. The double elbow. That's always his way of getting into it. Hisatsuwaza Black Tiger Salt. And we're going to go for the cover. No, we are not. I think he wants to finish this with a Black Tiger Buster. Or no, he wants to finish this with Tiger's Generation. Yes. Now this is personal. Now this is about making their mark, working their territory, their generation, the Tigers' Generation! Into that cover for the 1, 2, 3!
Winners of the 5th fall, the Tiger Brothers!
5 wins each in their singles records, 5 wins in their tag records, and they are 1 match away. They are 1 match away. Yes! All right, here we go.
And finally, making their win in the ring, the tag team combination of the new British Overweight Champion, the Technical Wizard, Lee Masters, and the Suplex Master, Sammy Nix. here they are, the New Classics.
Well, the New Classics, before tonight, the top team in the division, as far as win-loss records go this season, are tied for it with House Classic. That's all been blown out of the water. But the British Heavyweight Championship back in the AWL now that the borders are opening up. Travel restrictions are a little more limited. And we just heard that Lee Masters is going to be going to AWL Hontai for a challenger. I'm not sure the regulations on that as far as whether or not he's a floating champion. It's not an AWL title. But, well, we'll see what happens. We need champions for Champions Week. Why the hell not? But let's focus on the tag gauntlet. This is the Tigers, the Elder Tigers, Tiger Mask Double, the most successful tag team in that they have the most successful championship defenses of a single reign. But it is this team, the New Classics, trained by Matt Classic Sr. Never forget. That's why they're called the New Classics, trained by Matt Classic Sr. The New Classics, the most successful tag team in that they have held the belts more often than any team in history. An unprecedented, unequaled, 6-time tag team champions. The problem is, their last title run was nearly 4 years ago. They won the titles at the Tag Matsuri 2018. So it's been a long time since the New Classics have been the AWL World Tag Team Champions. Sorry, this has been a marathon for me too. And we're about to see some technical perfection. Boom! The best tag team attacks in the game, bar none. We usually just call them tag kogeki, tag team attack. But these two, it's got to be nothing less than technical perfection. And of course, their tag team signature maneuver, technical perfection, perfect synchronization. That could come into play here. That could end the gauntlet and put the legendary team right back in the title hunt. But right now, you, me, everybody in the AWL Battle Zone here in the GTA, supporting, screaming for the AWL's, I think, breakout tag team of the year. They were already multi-time challengers. They're former tag team champions. But this match, this gauntlet, is putting this team, Black Tiger Justice, Shin Tiger Jr., on another level. They could get 6 wins in 1 hour. Into the cover. Sorry, not into the cover, into the Tiger's maw. The Tiger clamped down across the esophagus, but maybe a little too early in the match to go for that. I don't know. With this, you heard, at least I think you heard, Shin Tiger Jr. admitting that he's running on fumes. So's BTJ, though he's never going to let his sensei find out, even though the microphone may have just given that away. 12 minutes left in the gauntlet. I hate to this go to a draw. But here we go. Isatsuwaza Tigers Generation. How do you come up with a new way to say that? Immediately broken up by the British Heavyweight Champion. Sorry, the British Openweight Champion. The British Openweight title to be defended under an open challenge at AWL Hontai, presumably for AWL Champions Week in 2 weeks. Oh! And a little celebration here by the Suplex Master Sammy Nix. Perhaps a little premature. The New Classics have got to be thinking, okay, these kids, they've been wrestling for damn near an hour. They got to have nothing left. This is going to be easy. Boom. What do we have here? We're going for up body slam. No. A great counter, the agility of a cat. What would you expect? You would expect absolutely nothing less. We're going to go for it. Yes, we are. We all know this by now. Say it with me. The Black Tiger Salt, you can't escape. And straight into the cover. 1. Broken up again by the British Openweight Champion, the Technical Wizard, Lee Masters. But wait a minute, going up. Little double team here. The referee coming back to his senses. Black Tiger Buster. Isatsuwaza, his personal finishing maneuver. The Black Tiger Buster for the 1, 2, Kansenseha! Complete victory! And hear that roar of the tiger echoing throughout the battle zone. It was Tiger's generation! The Black Tiger Salt, you can't escape, and the Black Tiger Buster.
Here are your winners, and the newest members of the AWL Best Four, the Tiger Brothers!
And you know what? I think they could just about do it. The Tiger Brothers, they could beat Tiger Mask W. They could beat their sensei. They could finally fully take the mantle. They earned their stripes a couple of years ago. Could their education be complete? I don't know. We'll see you next time. Korede, Kimarida.